Hi, my name is Ashley Larson and this is my video on the case of Greta. The first question is, what reactions do you have towards Greta? And my reaction as I read the case was, wow, this case is very similar to my case, what had happened to me, and so I could relate to her, and that made it more, made me want to reach out to her and to help her. Um, a little bit about my personal case that you might understand. I married a man from Costa Rica, and right now we live in Costa Rica, and we decided right after we got married that we wanted to have kids, and so I got pregnant, and um, being here in Costa Rica and being pregnant and having the morning sickness last all day, and so, throwing up after every meal, and, missing my family, it was not that easy, and the depression was very severe, and so I ended up having to go see a psychologist for my depression, and she helped me a ton. The only problem was that she was my friend before. She was my psychologist, and she was also a really, like, she loved my husband's family a ton. My husband's family had actually helped her be able to, regain her kids after her husband had tried to take them away, have full custody, and so she practically worshipped my family, my husband's family, and that made it kind of hard because part of the therapy was venting a little bit about my in-laws and just things that I missed about my own family, and I would find that, I wouldn't be able to vent as much because I wouldn't want her to think badly about my husband's family, and I just felt like that barrier. If I did say anything negative, then she would defend them, and I didn't really feel like I got as much help as I would have. So my reaction to her case was, oh, don't make the same mistake that I did. Find a psychologist that, doesn't know your husband. That way you can actually, get the help that you need. Like, that goes to the next question. What would you do or say when she begged you not to reject her? Of course, I've been in her situation. I really wanted this girl to be my psychologist. Sorry, we've been sick this week, so I'm like trying to focus. But I would definitely tell her my story and say, look, this is what can happen, and it'll make things a little bit more difficult. I'm not that kind of a person that I just kind of reject people out. Maybe I do need to develop that when I become a psychologist. But I think it would put a strain on our relationship if from the very, very beginning we were crossing one of those boundaries of not having a relationship outside of the counseling setting. So I would probably, tell her about it, advise her against it, introduce her to other people. She said that, I'm the only one that she trusts, then okay, well, we'll find some more people that you can trust in, and, I don't know if this is possible, but maybe I could go to one of the sessions with her and let her, become more comfortable with the other psychologists that I introduced to her. That might be something to do. I definitely am interested in learning what to do in this situation. Hopefully, you will post something on what would you do in your personal experience. The next question was, would the fact that you were a close friend and a colleague present ethical problems for you that would make it necessary for you or her? And yes, like, it would make it necessary for me to refer her. I am just from having that experience of knowing that it just limits the amount that you can really share, and how you feel that, the psychologist isn't even on my side either. I'm all by myself. You need someone that you feel, okay, you know, my psychologist knows what I'm going through. She's on my side. She's there for me, and, you know, you just need someone like that. And if I'm a really, really close friend to your husband, then you may not feel like that. And what exactly is my responsibility to her? My responsibility is to make sure she gets the best help possible. Of course, there's always the risk that, you know, if I reject her, then she'll go back to her country and she won't even consider the help from someone else. So I would do everything in my in my power to have her go to someone else. But I think I would give her treatment if there was absolutely no other way. Is that bad? I'm not sure if that's bad or not. Assume that you did not know her husband and that she asked for your help. What values do you have and what life experiences have you had, which I've already shared, that are likely to increase your chances of working with? Well, just the fact that I've been in her situation, I would definitely want to help her a lot more. And I'll be there in a second, okay? The last question was, what might get in the way of your providing her with this help? Well, maybe she may need this divorce. And in my personal view, I think that divorce is an absolute last resort. Like, it is something that, you know, is very, I don't know, like if you get married, then it's something forever. And you need to work through it. Marriage isn't easy, but you know, that's the whole person. The challenges that you have is to make you stronger, to make you better. And you know, there are exceptions, of course, like if someone isn't faithful, or if they're addicted to pornography or something, or if they have like really bad like drug problems, or if they've killed someone, like those kind of things. But just being a little bit homesick, in my personal view, that's not a reason to go back to your own country. I know, because I've been through it. And so my personal view might get in the way of what she really needs. I might find myself saying, okay, well, you should do this. I might be giving her advice by what I think will make her the happiest, and then overlook what might actually be the best for her. Did I skip a question? I don't think so. You know, I definitely would have to make sure, you know, did you get married because you love him or because he just wanted to go to the States? And once I found that out, you know, I would be able to make a better assessment on her. I hope that this assessment is okay. Please give me feedback to know what you would do, because I'm not sure if what I would do is right. Thank you. Bye.